mean, like a lot of these guys who win batting titles and 3,000. Here's the other thing. I think, well, Williams, obviously, it was because of the war, but Bonds, Williams, and there's somebody else. They don't have 3,000 hits. Miguel's going to get 3,000 hits.
Yes, he is.
I mean, it's nuts. Also, last night.
In 3.2 miles, turn right onto Airport Road.
First, in fact, his first plate appearance in 6 years, 6 months, and 3 days. And the bases were loaded.
Mize ready? 3-0. Off the plate inside. Wow. The best case scenario of all for A.J. Hinch. His pitcher doesn't have to swing a bat and draws a 4-pitch walk. 2-0 Tigers. Casey Mize gets an RBI.
And a backflip. And he did the bow and arrow.
He was eating it up.
Oh, yeah, because
as he should.
Because he knew, because he hadn't been at the plate so long.
What?
And Robbie Grossman said after the game, because they have to play, I think, in Pittsburgh later this season.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, pitch or bat in that game, his batting career is basically done because, the DH is going to be universal next year.
Yeah.
So he'll never have to swing a bat again.
So he will be, how many players in Major League history have had 0 at-bats and got an RBI?
I don't know. I saw something. There was somebody else who did that. But then I think Mize did come up later in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but yeah, it was incredible. Now, something else I do want to mention. I think Casey Mize pitched pretty well. First game in a while, he's pitched good, really good.
Yeah.
5 innings, 3 hits. I don't understand why he only pitched 5 innings. He had 76 pitches. Anyway, I was watching the game, and Craig Monroe, right before the game, and Casey Mize, must-see TV. And I like Craig Monroe. I think he's added pizzazz, a little juice to the broadcast. Casey Mize, for me, right now, he's not must-see TV.
No. I mean, let's face it. When he does pitch for the Tigers, you think you got a good chance to win the game.
Yes.
But I'm not turning the TV on simply because he's pitching.
And, and because he's not a fireballer, so to speak, and maybe I'm holding that against him, to me, if there's anybody on this staff that's must-see TV, it's more Scooble, because a lot of it's unpredictability because he's given up a lot of home runs, but when he's on, he's a strikeout machine and he throws the ball harder. I mean, look, we remember in the day when, Verlander with JV, must-see JV. I mean, that was cool.
Yeah, but some of that also surrounded the fact that the team was good.
Right, but he was ridiculous. I mean, he was, in some cases twice, obviously literally unhittable for the Tigers, but he had so many games where you knew that they were going to win because he was going to give up, very few hits, so to speak.
But to your point, he did have those 2 no-hitters, right? And so you thought, tuning in, that there was a chance. Now, did you think it was going to happen every night? No. But you wanted to see the time that it did happen. Yeah. And with Casey Mize, honestly, you're like, I don't necessarily see that coming out. Maybe in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But not now.
Like must-see TV to me locally over the past 20 years or 25, whatever, was like Probert Domi, Probert Crowder, something like that. Even though the team wasn't very good, well, except for 1 year, Denard Robinson was must-see TV.
He was electric.
Right,
he was exciting.
You never knew what was going to happen. Miggy. Not just, recently, but, you always wanted to be watching when Miggy came to the plate. Cecil Fielder back in the day.
Yeah.
When he had...
Was he going to hit it over the roof?
I mean, there are tons of stuff like that, but we haven't really had must-see TV in a long time around here, so that was nice to see.
No.
But with all due respect, Casey Mize is not really a rip. He's not must-see TV. Hopefully he will be.
Yes.
He's still young enough.
Oh, sure. I mean, Mize is young enough. You mentioned Scooble's young enough. I mean, there's a lot of things about, these guys and some other guys on this team where, you're looking and you're going, oh, okay, yeah, we can see it. Derek Hill, defensively, he's got some moments. And so there are things that you want to be able to see, but it's not, I'm going to stop what I'm doing.
Barry was must-see TV. Calvin kind of must-see TV. I don't know, maybe if Swift can stay on the field, he'll be must-see TV. Hopefully. Who knows what's going on with that. up on the program, I did mention
the next light,
Wojo will
turn
join us
right.
9:35 Wednesdays with Wojo. The Alliance was officially announced yesterday. Nicole Auerbach, who covers the Big Ten and college football for the Atlantic. Yeah, Atlantic. She will join us. Also, my wife and I had a little discussion. I want to know whose team, my team or my wife's team, and your chance to win tickets. Not tickets, but a chance
At
to
the light,
play.
turn right onto Airport Road.
The Miller Lite Field of Dreams, that's coming up later on the program. Heather has news next.
I do. I've got some big news for Oakland County families. Plus, Lyft has this brand new promotion, and I'm going to tell you how some lucky riders could actually get picked up
In
in a
3 miles, turn
27-foot
right onto Williams
dog.
Lake Road.
Oh, awesome. 97.1.
Hey, are you looking for a bank you can trust? I know that I found one, and that's at Level 1 Bank. I'm a satisfied customer who trusts them to take care of me, my family, and our financial needs. And if you're looking at your future, one of the things that you want to trust the most is those that are helping you financially. And if you're shopping around for a mortgage, you got to reach out to my friends over at Level 1 Bank. They have a team of experienced mortgage professionals who are personable and committed to serving you throughout the entire mortgage process. So whether you need to finance the purchase of a new home or you're looking to refi, the Level 1 Bank team is ready to serve you. And for a limited time, if you finance the purchase of a primary or secondary home with Level 1 Bank, you're going to qualify for a $500 credit. To qualify, all you have to do is mention my name, 97.1 the ticket, and that $500 credit is going to be taken off of your closing costs. For more information about this limited time offer, visit level1bank.com/John Jansen Mortgage. That's level1bank.com/John Jansen Mortgage. Level 1 Bank is a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
97.1 the ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJD AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Michigan Lottery. In Romulus this morning, there's a closure due to a fuel spill. Ecorse Road is blocked between Meadowbelt and Inkster Road. You can use Van Born instead. Also, traffic volumes are building in the work zone 275 from South Huron Road to 94. Michigan Lottery's Powerball is powered up with new double play, a second drawing after each Powerball draw, and a third draw day now on Mondays too. That's double the chances to win 3 times a week. Powerball, we're talking big. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic. There's no part of our bodies that put in more work than our feet. And with all that work, your feet can start to ache. But luckily, there's relief for our overworked feet. Skechers Arch Fit footwear for men and women. Skechers teamed up with podiatrists to design a shoe that provides total foot and arch support for all-day comfort. They used 20 years of data and over 120,000 unweighted foot scans to create a podiatrist-certified insole that distributes support across the arch no matter what foot type you have. And with all that support comes extreme comfort. Skechers are the fit and comfort specialists. And Arch Fit shoes from Skechers provide expert comfort whether walking or just standing. They're so comfortable, they're not just for people with tired, achy feet. Everybody can enjoy just how amazing they feel. Plus, many are machine washable. So even though you'll be wearing them all day, every day, you can easily keep them looking new. So give yourself some soothing comfort and support with podiatrist-certified Skechers Arch Fit footwear. Your overworked feet will thank you. See all the styles of Arch Fit footwear for men and women at Skechers.com, the Skechers store near you, or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Michigan, this is the story of Kaylee, who was unvaccinated.
I got COVID and was hospitalized for a month. I was 39 weeks pregnant. I couldn't breathe at all. I had a blood clot in my lungs. It caused me to go into right-sided heart failure. There was lots of talk about putting me on a ventilator. I thought I was gonna die. I was worried that he was gonna grow up without a mom. You know, being 27 and a mom and a wife and having that all almost taken away from me. It's scary. And if a vaccine can prevent that from happening, why not?
Find your vaccine at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. If you haven't refinanced your mortgage in 2021, you need to call Hall Financial right now to see if you qualify for our no appraisal 8-day close. Call today, 248-308-5000, or go to callhallfirst.com. One of the things I love about
At the
betting on
next
FanDuel
light,
Sportsbook
turn
is you
right.
get more than one shot to swing for the fences. Right now, new and existing users can get up to $25 back in site credit each day. Just place a minimum 5-leg baseball parlay, and if it falls one leg short, you get up to $25 back with the parlay insurance. If you haven't tried FanDuel Sportsbook yet, new users can place your first bet risk-free. That's right, and new users also get up to $1,000 back in site credit if your first bet doesn't win. FanDuel Sportsbook, sign up with promo code WOJO to get in on the action. Must be 21 or older and present. Michigan first online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Maximum refund $25. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Fall is just around the corner. Lowe's has
In
what
3/4 of a mile,
season.
turn right
Like
onto
our new
Andersonville
lower prices
Road.
on select bag mulch starting at $2.88 per bag. And American Gourmet 3-burner gas grills was $149, now $129. Fall together with Lowe's this Labor Day, in-store and online. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, selection and product
At the
availability
next
varies by
light,
location.
turn right.
8/19 through 9/8, U.S. only. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Let your voice be heard. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line
At
at
the light, turn right onto
248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
The Detroit Tigers play the St. Louis Cardinals. Pre-game today at 12:55 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Tigers win yesterday 4-3.
At the next light, turn left.
Ticket to play this afternoon, I believe. The second game of the 2-game series. Tarek Skubal on the hill. We'll have it right here for you on 97.1 The Ticket. What's up, Heather?
Well, Oakland County issued an emergency health order on Tuesday requiring masks for students and staff
At the light,
in
turn
all
left onto Dixie
schools,
Highway.
so preschools and K-12 public schools, regardless of vaccination status. So this order will impact about 210,000 students across 28 public school districts and 22 charter school academies. And it's also going to apply to daycares and vocational schools
In 1.5
as
miles,
well.
turn right onto South Main
currently,
Street.
Oakland County is at substantial risk of COVID transmission, according to the CDC. And the Oakland County health officials are saying masking is one of the best defenses against increased transmission of COVID and higher hospitalization rates among children. So this order that just went into effect will remain in place until the county is at a moderate level of transmission of COVID-19.
Well, hopefully it helps.
For sure. Let's hope so. Without a doubt. A man died in Lake Michigan on Sunday while he was trying to rescue 2 children who were struggling to swim.
In 1 mile,
This is
turn
such an
right onto
incredibly
South
sad
Main
story.
Street.
The man, 40-year-old Thomas Walker, was actually visiting his family from Missouri, and he was trying to help some young relatives when he drowned. And police said that Walker died helping his young relatives as they struggled in the waters of Lake Michigan, and his family released a statement that said, quote, "He was a kind soul and an amazing uncle to his niece and nephews, and how we lost him is a testament to how great an uncle and all-around good guy he was. We never met a person who didn't like him. He is missed greatly." He's actually the 4th person to drown in a Racine County beach at Lake Michigan this year. And we've talked about this in the past about how rough these waters have been, and they're just kind of reissuing that statement that, you know, if the waters are really, really rough, try to avoid swimming. Obviously, he was trying to help these young swimmers, but it can impact everyone.
At the light, turn right onto South Main Street.
Very sad, for sure. Dr. Fauci expects to see an uptick in vaccinations following the FDA's approval of Pfizer's vaccine. And he says that if enough people do get vaccinated, the country could see COVID-19 under control in the spring of 2022. So he did He appeared on NBC's
In 8.5
Today
miles,
Show,
turn
and
right.
he basically said everything I just said. But he said, you know, the FDA's decision on Monday should encourage people who cited lack of approval as a reason for not getting vaccinated to go out and get vaccinated. And he does believe that if more of those people do, and enough people do get vaccinated, we could eventually see COVID much more under control. So to date, we have 51.5% of the total U.S. population fully vaccinated against COVID, and just under 61% of the population has received at least their first dose of the COVID vaccine.
And boosters will be available to, I think, everybody shortly. We get that, what,
Yes.
8 months? I think 8 months in between your last one to get a booster if you want a booster.
Exactly, yes. You guys, celebrity tributes to Rolling Stones drummer Charlie Watts poured in on social media following the announcement of his death at the age of 80. So he passed away peacefully in a London hospital surrounded by his family. His publicist released a statement saying Charlie was a cherished husband, father, and grandfather, and also as a member of the Rolling Stones, one of the greatest drummers of his generation. And stars from Paul McCartney to Ringo Starr and so many others, Elton John, Lenny Kravitz, I could go on and on and on, listed tributes on Twitter, on social media. And within an hour of the announcement of his death, Paul McCartney tweeted this video tribute.
Condolences to the Stones, a huge blow to them because Charlie was a rock, fantastic drummer, steady as a rock. Love you, Charlie. I always loved you. Beautiful man. Great condolences and sympathies to his family.
He was, you know, in a band that had obviously eccentric personalities, you know, with Mick and Keith and, you know, others, even some who passed away, you know, like Brian Jones and, you know, Ron Wood's kind of bizarre too. He just, you know, kept it straight and narrow. Not the most exciting human being, but man, he could drum, man. It was great. And I'm supposed to see them in November. I don't think it's going to affect the tour because he got sick a while ago, and they said the tour's going to continue with a different drummer anyways.
Exactly.
That's what happened.
Yep.
Well, the amazing thing is not the light is Keith just outlives everybody. The amount of crap is put in his body, and
it just keeps on going.
Yeah, exactly.
This next story, I think, is pretty darn amazing, and I wish that we could have it here. But anybody who orders a lift in New York, LA, Chicago, and Atlanta this week could actually get picked up in the Wienermobile.
Oh, who was that?
How amazing would that be? And it's completely random. You don't request it. It just shows up and surprises you, which is even better, right? So you have to order a Lyft XL. It's the only way you can possibly get the chance to get picked up in this massive hot dog mobile, right? Basically, there's a new partnership between Lyft and Oscar Mayer. So this is how they're promoting it. The ride will be free if you do get picked up in the Wienermobile, and you're also going to get a bunch of like cool swag. You're going to get some cool T-shirts, a little one of those little weenie whistles.
Speaking of that.
See, the problem is that not everybody is enthralled with surprise wieners showing up, though.
No, I guess you're right. You're right. A lot of people are not happy when that happens. But this, I think, would be quite surprising, and in a good way. I think this would be more appreciated than
I think it will bring a smile to a lot of faces. But if you said that it's in New York, LA,
Chicago, and Atlanta.
All right, so the Wienermobile shows up when you order a Lyft in New York City.
Right.
Right. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's massive.
You're not going anywhere.
Yes.
I mean, can you imagine trying to drive that around in New York traffic?
Well, they do anytime anyway for advertising.
Right. Yeah, but you're not trying to go somewhere to get there on time.
That's true.
Hey, I'm in a bit of a hurry. Can you?
That's a good.
Light a fire.
I love it. I think it's great. I know we don't have, the need as much legs at the worst possible time ever.
Awesome.
This fan, I know, I love this. I think this is such a cool little, what would you even call it? A challenge, I guess.
A promotion.
A promotion.
An in-game festivity that you don't host.
No, you would not want to see me host this. So this fan was chosen to take up the challenge of Beat the Freeze. And we've all seen images of this before. We've seen the video. Some fans do really well. Some fans can't even win. And then others are just left, in the dust, basically, which most are. But this fan, he started off really strong. He appeared to be fast enough to be one of those fans that could actually beat the freeze. But then something happened and he lost in just a devastating way. It looks like he was just running too fast, right? It's like his legs just couldn't keep up with how fast he had tried to run. Or maybe he lost his balance or tripped on something, but man, he went down and he fell just feet from the finish line. And then the freeze overtook him and beat him.
The first time I saw it, I thought it was like fake. Like I said, well, but does the freeze always win? Like I think in Washington,
right.
Teddy Roosevelt has never or hadn't won for a long time, the president's race or whatever. But then when I looked at it again, he thought he was going to win, and he just fell right on his face.
Right on his face. And I've seen some videos like this before. There was one, I don't know how many years ago it was, where the fan really thought he was going to win and kind of like put his hands up, like, come on guys, cheer for me, and then boom, down he goes. The freeze beats him. It's not the first time it happens, but it's just it's a great watch, that's for sure.
The freeze gives the contestant a 30-yard head start, too.
Yes,
yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Who is the freeze?
I don't know.
Do you know who
I don't know.
he is? Because
But
man, he's
he's
good.
hauling tail, and this would have been a sure win.
Yeah. I mean, if you were betting on it, that was a bad beat if you bet on the guy, I'll tell you that. All right, thank you very much, Heather. All right, coming up next, the alliance was made somewhat official yesterday. We'll discuss the ramifications, and some of it's pretty good if you like certain matchups in college sports. 97 won the ticket.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. On my sports betting show, which you should be listening to, You Better You Bet, we've gone over a bunch of pro football teams to get you ready for the season. We've recently touched on Tennessee, which has a win total of 9.5, priced at minus 106 to win the AFC South, and you have to like that price to win the division. Indianapolis is starting quarterback, not 100% healthy, and even if he is, he's not very good. And Jacksonville looked absolutely brutal in its preseason game on Monday night against New Orleans, and Houston might be one of the worst teams we've seen in quite some time. So Tennessee might not be to the level of Kansas City, Baltimore, and Buffalo in the AFC, but certainly looks like the best team in that division. Minus 106 to win the division looks like a good price. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
If you're looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle, look no further. Hi friends, Bill Dowling here for Golling Buick GMC in Lake Orion. Each CPOV is given a 172-point inspection. If it doesn't pass muster, we won't sell it. And everyone is also backed by 2 GM limited warranties, one of which covers the powertrain for 6 years, 100,000 miles with 0 deductible. Plus, they also come with roadside assistance, alternate transportation, 2 scheduled maintenance, and more. We have a good selection to choose from. That's Golling Buick GMC in Lake Orion. Learn more online at gollingbg.com.
The Tigers host the Blue Jays Friday, August 27th, 7:10 at Comerica Park. The first 10,000 fans receive a free Tigers floppy hat courtesy of National Coney Island. Tickets start at just $10. Visit tigers.com/tickets.
Hey, we get it. You don't want to be hearing a Progressive commercial right now, so let us tell you something you do want to hear. You are intelligent. You make all the right decisions. You were smart before smart was cool, and you made it cool again. You have a wealth of knowledge, and you are so very clever. I bet you already knew I was going to say that, you genius. There, don't you feel better? You'll also feel better when you hear you could save big when you switch to Progressive. But I'm pretty sure you already knew that, too. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Microban 24 protects against Staphylococcus aureus and Enterobacter aerogenes bacteria, but does not provide 24-hour protection against viruses. Every time you touch a surface, you leave behind bacteria. Use Microban 24 sanitizing spray to keep surfaces sanitized all day. Spray on hard surfaces to kill 99.9% of bacteria and viruses initially, including the virus that causes COVID-19. Microban 24 keeps killing bacteria for 24 hours, touch after touch. When used as directed, Microban 24, touch after touch, it doesn't give up.
For 3.5 decades, Applied Imaging has provided office technology solutions that help business people operate better. Listen to Applied Imaging customers discuss their Applied Imaging relationship. Mike Rivard of Village Press Demand Creations.
Today's business world is changing so fast. These guys, they speak our language, and we really love that. They move the business forward, and that's what you need.
Melissa Howard from the Lucas Howard Group.
They understand the importance of our business running and functioning, which is a big factor for us, and one of the reasons why we use Applied Imaging and have stayed with them throughout the years.
Jeffrey John of
969 South
Charities, West Michigan.
I'm totally satisfied with Applied Imaging, and working with Applied, it's just, to me, it's a no-brainer to stay with somebody that is tried and true